stay up to listen to the story, and now this is where it's ending, and a PG-13 here.
Well, here. I got to think about this.
Jen, just because you whisper
we're not
into
using
the camera,
anyone's
everyone
names.
still hears you. He's whispering into the camera like only we'll hear him.
Jen, nobody in Florida watches this.
Yeah, I don't know where she's from. She was from one of the fishing.
Who's she?
But she had a cocktail dress on, right?
And all right, never mind.
Okay.
Listen.
All right, Jen. I'll tell Joe the rest of the story after the podcast is over.
You could listen to this on the rest of Jen's OnlyFans channel. Hello and welcome to episode number 66 of the NJ Multi-Species Podcast. I am your host, Joe Santiago, and as always, my partner, Chris Pereira.
I'm here, man.
So another week has gone by. Of course, the fishmonger trip came, and I missed it again. Got horribly, violently ill on, what day did I get sick? Friday? I think I got sick Friday. I thought it was going to go away, but it got worse. So yeah, cursed with the boat.
I don't know when you got sick, but you didn't, like you said, you probably thought you were going to feel better because you didn't say anything till Saturday. I was already fishing, and not even me. You didn't even text me. Katie's getting text messages and like relaying the message to me saying, Joe's not coming. Joe, you got to replace him. I'm like, I'm fishing. Tell him to replace.
I gave myself until like 2 p.m. Saturday and took my temperature and still had a pretty bad fever. And I was like, that's it. I got to either give myself up or I'm dead. I was still dead today. It looks like you guys had an amazing trip, though. Sticker finally made it aboard.
Dude, it was so funny. Like, I walked on with the stickers. I said, hey, Jerry, Joe said you need some more stickers for your collection. He actually had just replaced the door. He only had a couple of stickers. He took that whole door out. And he took the stickers and he goes, oh man, I needed this. He's like, you got another one? I'll staple it to my forehead for the season we're having.
Which one? The suffer sticker?
Yeah. The suffer for the fish sticker.
I mean,
and
it seems like it's so on and off or hit or miss. It's just,
dude.
The wind seems to play such a huge part in what's going on.
Oh yeah, for sure. And like, it's stuff that's out of your control. And like, again, the suffer for the fish, like it encompasses a lot of things. It can mean a lot of things. Anything. It's out of your control, in your control, whatever. And like, he gets it. He's that sticker, like he said, staple it to my forehead because he's living it. He's going out there. I mean, yeah, it's his job, but it's his personality too. Like, he's going to go out there. He's going to suffer through whatever nature throws at him, whatever luck throws at him, whatever you want to call it. And he's going to suffer through it, and he's going to do the best damn job he can to get you on the fish every single time. Every single time I've gone with him. There's only a handful of times, but
I've noticed for the past week too, he's been offering, I guess, whoever the person who booked the charter is, he's offering an alternative to go fluking, to go just bottom fishing for meat hunting. A lot of captains right now are saying it's one of the best ling seasons they've ever seen. So there are alternatives. If the captain doesn't think the fluking is going to be good, he is able to last minute change the trip and fill the deck with fish anyway.
Yeah, and a good captain, a great captain is always going to have multiple options, and he's not going to tie in. He's not going to take you for a boat. I don't know a single great captain that's just going to take your money and take you for a boat ride. Not a single one of them. Are there captains out there that will do that? Absolutely. I've been out with them one time.
Well, there's also
I'll never be out with them again.
There's also customers, which like I'm probably one of them, that if he told me the fluke fishing's absolutely horrendous, the ling fishing's amazing, I'm still going to say, look, we're going for fluke. I don't want to go ling fishing. I'd rather just go catch no fluke. I know that's going to happen too, depending on the customer and the person.
Well, right, but the point is, they're going to give you that option. They're going to give you it straight. They're going to tell you what's up, and
instead of being dragged out for just horrible fishing.
Right. So there's captains out there that, hey, you booked a fluke trip. We're going fluke fishing. We're going to the closest spot that I know. I don't, they'll put on a little show for you, like, hey, hey, we're fluke fishing. We got a couple shorts. You guys are missing a couple. I saw you missed some keepers. Like, I've been there. Like, I think anyone who's been on a lot of charters and stuff, I think they've been there. And guys know the difference between the better captains and the guys who just kind of go through the motions. And I mean, Jerry's top of the line and whatever. We've all heard it. We're like a broken record with these good cats like Chuck Manny, who isn't even a for hire guy, but just a top of the line.
Well, you basically know when they don't advertise. They don't. I mean, Pastorino basically just snaps his fingers. He's booked for the year, and then he goes to wherever the hell he goes for 3 months, and that's it. He doesn't even need to. The return customer rate is so high, he doesn't even need to book a trip. Anyone who's ever gone's going back, and that is proof in the pudding right there.
He sure as hell doesn't need us talking him up. Like, I'm just saying it because it's just
we're
true.
wasting time right now. We're just wasting time.
No, but let me get. I mean, you want to hear about the trip that you missed?
Of course.
So anyway, like you said, he gave us the option, but he said, "Hey, look, I could take a longer drive over towards New York water, not all the way. We weren't in New York waters with New York regulations, but we were over there, and that's a long ride for him." And he basically said, like, if everyone throws an extra $10 for gas, it'll cover the gas, and we can make that extra long trip. We'll leave earlier, and I could do it. And we could probably put together a fluke bite. If you guys don't want to do that, we could fish closer to home and we could bottom fish. And that's been good. Like you said, they've been getting ling, winter flounder. I think you keep 1 sea bass per person now, but some nice sea bass been coming up. And I think it was Joe Zagorski's trip, Jerry Zagorski's brother, Joe. It was his trip. And thanks again for him for inviting us. 4 of us got to go while Joe was home on the toilet. And I
was in the trash bin.
I think he took a vote. I think he texted everyone going to see what people wanted to do. And my vote was basically, hey, if Pastorino is giving us that option, then he must believe in it in some capacity. So I said, I'm in for the fluke. And I'm assuming most people said the same thing. I know Mark Mercer, who came, basically said he'd slit his throat rather than go ling fishing. So he was only in for the fluke.
What about Walter? Walter's my favorite. Walter.
Dude, Walter's awesome. He didn't give a
I love
shit,
Walter.
Dude. He's like, dude, I'll fish for whatever you guys want. He didn't even vote.
Yeah, Walter's the man. Shout out to
wanted to fish. He's happy to fish out there. Like, he's awesome. But yeah, so we went out for the fluke, and I mean, you look at the pictures and you think it was like this fantastic, like, fish flying over the rails all day type of thing, but it wasn't. Like, it was kind of tough fishing in a way, but there was a good amount of short action, and we put together a decent catch. We ended up with 30 or 31 keeper fish. I'm trying to remember everyone's name. I think there was 2 nicks on the boat. I think they each caught pretty nice size one. The one Nick had his girlfriend or wife with him, and she caught a nice one. I ended up with 2 keepers that were just barely over. I mean, every fish I caught seemed to be 17 inches, and then I nabbed 2 that were like 18 and a quarter. Mark ended up with a keeper towards the end. Katie's brother-in-law, Kyle, who took your spot, was catching shorts pretty much all day. And he's never fluke fished from a boat. He's only fluke fished from shore. And he did pretty well, but no keepers till the very end. Then he nabbed one, so that was cool. And, Joe, I think, had 3 or 4 keepers to pick up our slack. And the best part was Jerry's girl, Marie. She was just hauling keepers over the side. I think she filled like at like a quarter of the limit of the boat. She was catching all the keepers, dude. It was crazy. And she was just using a chicken rig. She wasn't bucktailing.
Unfortunately, I missed it. We're supposed to be back on that boat again Labor Day, so I'll wrap myself in a bubble for like the previous week. Dude, it was a joke the whole week too, because my son got sick, I think like Tuesday, and I was just waiting for it. Basically, I said, "Well, it'll be more closer to the end of the week, when there's shit to do. When there's work, you're fine, but when there's fun shit to do, you're sick."
Yeah, I mean, we've been mocking you all week. You don't know it yet because it's Monday that we're recording this. But by the time it comes out, it's Friday.
There's nothing left for me to mock anyway. My soul's been taken away by this whole entire fucking thing. Anyway, it's done. I don't care. Post whatever you want. I talked to Chris Lido. Chris Lido said they were able to get on some decent fluke numbers fairly close. He didn't actually want me to reveal where, but he said it's not a long ride. So the Gambler's doing fairly good fluke numbers without taking an enormously long boat ride. He also said the night fishing trips, which are still running Friday and Saturday night on the Gambler, a lot of squid starting to show up in the lights if you want to jig squid on ultralights. The ling bite's still incredible. The sea bass bite is great, he said. The bluefish is like basically zero. He said they're not getting any bluefish currently.
Right. I'm going to call Scott Tarnoski to see if he could let us know where they are.
Oh, okay. Yes. Speaking of that, I'm wearing that shirt. I wanted to mention that.
I wore that last week.
I'm wearing my Fishing for a Cure shirt. Our prayers are with Captain Scott Tarnoski because his procedure is approaching. The date seems to be set. There is a donor in place that is being flown to Buffalo. I think from outside the United States too, from another country. I got to get more details on it, but.
When is it? Because I want to call him before.
I think it's August 20th, but they're starting to do the prep work and stuff, and they're getting him prepared for a bone marrow transplant. So he has the possibility of being 100% completely cured. So our prayers are with Captain Tarnoski, who's one of our real good personal friends, the King's Ransom. And also, if you'd like one of these shirts, if you contact his daughter, Carly Tarnoski, on Facebook and donate to Scott's GoFundMe, she'll mail you a shirt. It's been helping cover some of the bills and stuff while he's been in the hospital. He's still going to, after the transplant's done, he's going to be in the hospital still for a very long time. It's like a 3-month recuperation period.
Yeah.
So he's still going to be away, but our prayers are with him. His hopes are up. He was out on the boat fishing the other day, and I don't know what else to say. Our hopes and prayers are with him, and I just hope everything works out for Scott. And good luck.
Yeah.
Other fishing reports. Who else did I talk to? Yellow Dog Paddle. I know Yellow Dog Paddle. Hold on. I didn't really look at it that good. Maybe he had a bad week for once.
Did he?
I don't know. Water level on Spruce Run is down nearly 10 feet, getting hard to get the boat off the launch. We're doing that again this year.
Yeah, and you know what?
I
I stopped over there too. Me and Katie hit Spruce Run, and
Well, I saw that.
I said to someone,
Striper was a huge hybrid Katie caught.
It was a good picture. It was like a 24-inch fish, but it was a
deceiving picture. It looks huge in the picture.
I take good pictures of people holding fish. No one takes good pictures of me holding fish, but yeah, it was a 24-inch fish. She needed a hybrid for dude. She's got 9 fish. She's got 9.
You have?
I'm done. I got my 10.
Oh, okay. So me and you were the first two, the original OGs, and that's that. Can't be copied.
Yeah, but I mean, she's one away, dude. And what sucks is the one day when me, her, and Jen Wong went fishing, which I could get into for a little bit more of a report too, but we went smallmouth fishing again. And she, with the pregnancy and stuff, she can't last all day like we do. So so she brings her own car.
Yeah,
and I just drop her off when she's had enough, right? So she got a big bluegill drop shotting while we were trying to smallmouth bass. She catches a giant like mutant bluegill, and that was her 9th. So she needed one more.
So she still has it. She still has a chance to be the first female to ever do it.
Yeah, ever. Even from the beginning when they had it for like 2 years, when I think I was the only one who even did it.
She'd be the first female to ever do it. And I know Katie Lynn, too, is past master. So she's past 5, but I think she needs like 4 more.
I'd be curious what number she's on. I mean, we could help her.
I think Katie Lynn's on 6 or 7. She got that big smallmouth recently. That put her up there.
She's in striking distance.
Yeah, she's with them getting it.
And in fact,
but we still don't know how we're getting to that dinner, though, which is pissing me off because I basically finished that Masters, 2 months ago and stopped putting in submissions. I'm done for the year. That's it. If some guy that put in 11 sunfish gets invited to the dinner because I only had 10 different, I'm going to be pissed. Like, who's going to this? Like, come on, NJ, we love the program. It's awesome. The addition of this dinner is a great thing, but like, how do you get there? Like, how do we get back to the dinner?
I mean, look, I think Kyle, the guy who took it over, was doing a great job. I'm guessing he is overwhelmed now with the amount of participation. So hopefully they will either put a little bit more funding into it, or, and by getting him some help or something, or buying some kind of program.
I could see it being like the winner of every category. Maybe I could see that.
That'd be a lot of guests.
It would be a lot. I don't know if it would be like every Grand Wizard or whatever, Grand Dragon. Who knows?
Anyway, you cut me off.
No, you cut me off. I'm doing Yellow Dog paddles.
No, you didn't remember what he said, and you started like...
I said the reservoir is down 10 feet, okay? He got a Merrill Creek, a 23-inch junior division. What kind of fish is it?
Look at this. You have no idea what you're talking about. Can I get back to my story?
Well, it's a 23-inch junior division that should win. It doesn't say the species, though. I guess it's a lake trout.
Wait, a what?
23-inch fish entered into the junior division from Merrill Creek. He caught 12 Lakers, 2 salmon, largemouth, and smallmouth bass. So Mike Herman's here, I do have the picture. Never mind. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, it's a kid with a 23-inch salmon. Real nice.
Oh, you said lake trout.
I guessed lake trout. No, I didn't see the pictures. Real nice.
There's no junior skillful angler division based on length.
No, weight only.
Which is also weird.
Very weird.
If you want to do catch and release for a skillful angler, whether you're a kid or an adult, it's just the length of the fish. You're in the same category.
Yeah, I complained about that. because my daughter caught a walleye on Lake Apacon, and when I went to submit it, the children's division was weight only, and I sent an email like, "What is this?" Like, my daughter let the fish go, same as we do. It doesn't make sense either. Needs to be fixed, like the dinner thing. Getting upset.
Hopefully they're working on. We've offered to help. Like, I know Dwayne's offered to help. Like, in the past, we've offered to help them in any way that we can. And obviously, we kind of inadvertently helped them get more participation in it, which I'm hoping is not just an annoyance to them that they can't keep up with it.
Well, they changed they brought the trout slam to where it's actually within reach. It's still never been done by anyone, but it can be accomplished now. It used to be impossible. Now it's possible.
Right.
Skillful angler brook trout, I got that this year. That was impossible. Now it's possible. You
stole that from your kid's derby, right?
Yes. The next day. Or the night after, a couple hours later, whatever. I suffer for the fish, whatever it takes. So they did change that. I think the lake trout should still come down a little bit. It's really hard to get a lake trout certificate.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mike Herman continues to this picture. We got to post this picture with this kid with the salmon, because this is another. It's 23-inch skillful angler, beautiful fat football salmon.
Yeah, I get it.
His
get the picture to me.
Is impressive. Huh?
Get the picture to me so that I can pop it up on the screen.
Okay.
Right there.
All right. Tonight, we are going to have Jen Wong on, and we're going to have him on because he went to ICAST. So he's going to come tell us all about ICAST, and I'm sure a lot of you watching saw the pictures of him at ICAST flaunting his Suffer for the Fish shirt all over the place like the Terminator. Also, after that post on Mayhem, the Suffer for the Fish shirt, it's hilarious how many of them got bought, because now Deuce has to make so many of them. We haven't heard from him in days. And
we're not even sure if this episode is recording right now.
You guys
we may just be talking to each other.
You guys basically you ordered so many Suffer shirts, you killed Deuce. Someone wrote on the internet it's a cult. I'm starting to agree with them. It is a cult. Me and Chris used to believe that, before this podcast existed and before we even did any of this shit. We used to literally be sitting on the boat in ridiculous situations, not catching anything. But we really, really, truly believe that if we just kept waiting, it would happen. There was days that we would crappie fish all day and catch nothing, and then go back to the car, right, Chris, and get trolling shit now, to troll in the dark.
Yeah.
Some nights, boom, we hook a monster, giant the whole day sucked, but this night thing, boom, sometimes it don't pan out, but it started to become a belief in our head that if you just keep trying, it's gonna pay off.
And it always pays off eventually, but it may be 5 trips later, who knows? But I think that's the beauty of it. The beauty of it is it always pays off eventually if you're willing to suffer through whatever the cavalcade of annoying things could be. Right?
Oh, there's too many. It's
an endless list. It could be anything. I mean,
it's ridiculous. And it's anywhere from a flat... everyone, I know Scott Tarnoski loves to just break our balls but he gets it. And the other guys love it. Some people are just jealous of it and hate it. So, but whatever.
If you were the guy driving up there that was a match for him and you were donating your bone marrow to him, he'd be making fun of you as you're doing it. And it's great.
Absolutely.
That's the best part.
I texted him today because I saw his daughter just bought a new car and a new house, and I sent him a text. I said, congratulations to your daughter on all the shit she's buying off this T-shirt scam she's running, making it's hilarious. He texted me back. I mean, me and him just can break. We're going to break each other's balls till one of us is dead. It's just never going to stop, whether it's him or me. But I do love
I
him.
hope you go first, if I'm being honest.
Whatever. Me too. Sure. Keep Scott around. He's more useful than I am. I'm half dead already anyway. But yeah, so we did start, and then Chris started using it as a hashtag, suffer for the fish, and it just became a thing. And then like we put it on t-shirts, people started wearing it, started seeing people in the shirts, posting pictures in the shirts. And now people bought so many that Deuce is dead. So we appreciate that, and we are going to continue to keep them at the lowest price possible so people can still just keep buying them.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen any money from this. There might be some sitting in the account, but we usually just use that to make more shirts and throw them to people for free.
Stickers too.
Yeah. Oh, I meant to ask you, and if anyone's listening, we have the Suffer for the Fish stickers now, but do we offer them for sale or do we put them in the orders? What are we doing with them?
I think we do offer them for sale. Deuce, how much are they?
Deuce, are you alive?
I think they're like $7. They're like it's a 4x4 sticker, the Suffer for the Fish one. It's fairly low. They're like $7. Yeah. But it's a big sticker. It's not a small sticker. It's 4 inches by 4 inches. It looks just like the back of the t-shirts do.
I mean, good luck to anyone getting one because I asked for 2 and I got 1. So I guess that's something.
We have them. Well, the bag that I gave you had a lot more in it. Dude,
you gave me 4.
It got hit like the mobsters hit.
You told me you gave me 10. You gave me 4.
I gave you 5 of each.
No, you didn't. You gave me 4 of those. You miscounted. You were sick. You probably were on the toilet trying to count. Mark Mercer told me that to get him the stuff, the shirts and the stickers, you drove by his house, okay, didn't put your truck in park, went to go get out of it. It started rolling away. You jumped back in, grabbed the bag, threw it on his front lawn. He goes, Joe, what the fuck? And you just like, I'm sick. And you just drove away. He had no idea what was going on.
My wife, when my wife saw me standing up, she said, what the fuck are you doing? And I told her, I said, I might not be going fishing tomorrow, but I'm willing to die to get a sticker on that monger boat because last time I went on the monger, there were stickers everywhere. And we have stickers, but I left them home, and I was just so pissed off. So, like, it was more important to me to even get a sticker on the boat than catch a fish. So the sticker made it to the boat, and I did give my life for it. Like, Mark Mercer saw me, and he's like, I don't even recognize you. Didn't even know it was me because I looked like a skeleton. Just horrible. But, yeah, the stickers made it. All right, let's go to Jen. Is Jen ready yet? Well, wow. Jen will be ready.
How'd you get that timing on? He is ready to go.
Well, he's not exactly ready yet, but Eddie Mack, and I talked to him today. Kronk posted more pictures of big hybrids, big crappie. The fishing continues to be real good there, too. And also Mike Herman's trolling spruce. So, I mean, Mackin, he's doing the live bait now on the hybrids during daylight, and he's also fishing off the pontoon boat, and he's still run red-eye trips. So whether you want to fish with 8 people or you want to fish with just yourself, you can call Mackin's fishing Rippin' Lips fishing trips. He's ready to go. I mean, this is prime time now for hybrids in the day.
Real quick with the spruce run with the ramps, just so anyone knows that wants to put a boat in there with the trailer, the last ramp has a big lip on it, and you probably can't get your trailer down far enough on it to get the boat in. But the middle one either doesn't have that big lip or it's further down, and you're able to get your trailer further in the water there. But who knows what next week, if they keep letting the water down, who knows? But it is
every time,
like Mike said.
Every time I personally have ever fished that place when it was like that, it sucked. I've never done well. That doesn't mean you won't, but I'm just giving you from my own personal experience. Whenever that last time was, when it was horrible, I tried anyway, and I didn't do good. I usually do good there.
Mike's still been Yellow Dog Paddle's still been doing good, and I stopped there only for a couple of hours, and it was pretty good. So it's still good as of now.
As of now, it's still good to go. All right, we're going to bring in Mr. Jen Chino Wan, the jerkbait Jedi himself, lip glue master. Jen, welcome back once again to the NJ Multi-Species Podcast. May I remind you to please watch your language so we don't have to edit this. The last time you were on here, it was the biggest editing job we've ever had to do.
Is that true?
I think so.
I mean,
he basically offended everyone on Earth except Asian people.
Dude, Jen, check it out.
Yeah, baby. Nice.
How did you?
Check out my shirt, Joe. Look at that shirt. Look at that shirt, Joe.
I don't have one of those, Jen.
Yeah, you do.
Jen bought me one.
Chris has yours.
Oh no, Jen! I gave that to Katie's 3-year-old nephew. Is the same size as Joe, so I gave it away.
Oh, okay.
So Jen, we know you went down to ICAST. You were down there for a week. I saw on your post with your smallmouth, you said no place like home, or it's good to be home, or something.
Yeah.
How was the trip? How was the show?
The show was great. But it was more work than past years because we were debuting the Fishing Effects rods, and it was the initial public offering. Now they're now available to the general public, and we were in the freshwater category for best freshwater rod, new freshwater new rod, and new saltwater rod. We had 2 entries. We didn't win, but we came close. But I had to work the booth. Past years, I had to, I got to do whatever the hell I wanted.
Just to back up a little bit, for the people watching that don't even know what ICAST is, do you just want a little explanation of ICAST?
Yeah, sure. ICAST is like a convention of all fishing products from companies from around the world. I mean, it's not open to the general public, unfortunately, but it's open to all manufacturers.
Oh, so you can't even go, like if I just went down to Florida, I can't even go to this?
You couldn't get in unless someone in the industry got you a pass.
Oh, so there's not regular people walking around? It's not like a normal show?
No, it's all buyers.
Oh, wow.
Retailers and distributors, industry people, all the media.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, you could get people can get people in as long as you're connected with something. Like you guys could probably go if you signed up for media.
No, they banned us already probably from that. There's bass people there.
You could probably get in, but you would have to be, you'd get passes, and you're going in as media, and then you could do interviews. There's so many people that do that.
Is it humongous?
It's insane. It's
if we got in, I could almost promise you within 15, 20 minutes we're getting kicked out. But that's even if we should do. If imagine Jen gets us a pass through one of these companies, and then they're just like, "Where's Chris and Joe?" And we're out in the pond catching peacock bass or something, and we just don't show up.
So I did that. That front in the front, there's a pond where they do. They call underwater, and that's the first opening to the ICAST festivities.
And you're not allowed to fish there.
No, that's where they show all their new kayaks and pontoon, all the water products, all the manufacturers show off their new shit. All the media is there. And it's outside, but it's hot as hell.
But you're not allowed to fish there, right?
No, but I fish it. I fish it all the time.
The ICAST show.
I just wanted to see if he'd admit to it on here. He did. He doesn't give a shit.
Next to the no fishing sign.
The ICAST show is outside?
No, that's the beginning. It's where the water products are shown. And, you get to test out a kayak right on the water.
So inside the show, you're seeing stuff from the companies that it's not even out yet. It's not out till 2025. It's the new models.
Yes, like last year, remember I was telling you guys about the Mavericks from Rapala?
Yeah.
Well, they weren't out yet, but that's when they debuted them. And they also debuted the Crush City soft baits from Rapala. Also 7, which is St. Croix, which is reels. So they introduced this company called 7, but it's actually St. Croix, and it's their brand of reels. Let's see who else. Everybody has their stuff, and they're showing all their new products.
So remember when we fished with Jen earlier this year, and he had those lures that like you couldn't get yet, those Mavericks or whatever, whenever it was.
Yeah.
And he's catching fish, and we weren't, and we're like, oh, what is that? Like, and he's like, oh yeah, that's my new lure. It's not available yet. Sorry guys. And he just kept catching fish.
Yeah. The Rapala Maverick 110 was basically made to replace the Shadow Wrap, right, Jen?
I don't think to replace it.
It's an upgraded one.
It's bigger, heavier,
costs
casts further. It's got the better hooks because a lot of people complain about the Shadow Wrap hooks. They always replace them out. I never did because I didn't care. But, it comes with the owner hooks. Much better hooks. And
what would you say? What was the craziest thing down there that you saw coming out for next year? Like, is there a crazy live scope?
At the fishing part of it.
Yeah, there's so much. There was so much shit. Like, I mean, it's just unbelievable. It's like,
just the fishing stuff. We don't want to know what you did afterwards yet. Just talk about the fishing right now.
Did you go to the strip club, Jen? Because I heard.
Joe, don't even get him. Dude, I fished with him all day when he got back. You don't want to know half the shit. We can't even talk about it here.
Is it
just
that
let's stick to the fishing stuff?
Oh my God, Jen.
Yeah. Let's talk fishing.
You should see a priest.
A lot of lures, a lot of twists on lures. Like, do you remember the Berkeley Gilly that came out that Iconelli was pushing?
It's the bluegill soft plastic with like the segmented tail.
Yeah, they came out with a newer one, and then actually, Mustad came out with a line of lures, Mustad hooks. They came out with a similar gilly, but an improvement on it, with the inline tail that goes all the way through. Alberta was pushing that one, and I was talking to the creator. It seemed a lot better. There's so many things I can't remember half of them. New trolling motors, stuff, new kayak stuff. I mean,
I'm sure there was crazy electric outboards there. There had to be crazy electric shit. Lighting
stuff, all this light, like Naqua lithium batteries and stuff. They have lighting systems for flatboards, those clear kayaks that you go and they light up. It's like crazy.
What about the forward-facing sonar? Because they're about to drop another generation, aren't they?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, like, what's the next new thing that they're pushing now?
Yeah,
now it's X-ray goggles that make water disappear. You could just see.
If it gets any better, it's like stupid. I couldn't get near that booth. Plus, I was super busy. But they had some improvements on it. I mean, every 5 minutes there's something new.
Does it seem like more people gravitate towards the Garmin shit or the Humminbird shit with the forward facing?
Answer that. I'm not sure. I mean, but it's crazy.
Did you happen? So I saw, the bits and pieces of like highlights and stuff. I know Joe didn't even probably look at it. He thought this was outside under a tent or something. But I saw one guy, he had this sensor on his rod, right? So on the rod he's using as a sensor, and wherever he was fishing, so wherever the rod was automatically obviously pointed because that's where he was fishing.
Yeah.
His live scope would turn in that direction. So no matter where he turned, he didn't have to do anything. It just automatically where he was fishing, the live scope was pointed in that direction. Did you see that?
I didn't see it, but I heard about it. That was like one of the, the big mumblings that all around, like, oh, you got to go see that. That's insane. There's some of the stuff like that. Even Cast King, they have the iReel 2, and it's connected to your phone. It tells you distance that you cast it on your phone. All this, it's like way over my head.
Like it gives you stats, like automatic stats it keeps on your fishing trip?
Connected to your phone.
I do have to personally say, like, and I'm not plugging this or anything, but I usually only buy good stuff. I don't really like to buy, like, really cheap shit, but Cash King probably is, like, the most impressive company that I've seen at such low budget shit. I mean, for what it costs, it's unbelievable.
They've come back. It's an unbelievable how they've come back. And I was waiting for the prices to go way up. Because
I would think.
I got a bunch of their stuff now, and then like I'm saying, man, this stuff is great.
I bought a boat net. It was like $51. Like, you would think this net was hundreds. It's just beautiful, and I'm real impressed with. I bought a bag from them for real. They're gonna boost the prices up, no doubt.
Was that the reel, Jen, that you were using? You said you got it with you had it on discount for like $15, but it was like the best reel you ever had.
That the iPhone reel, the iReel is way up there. The other one is just a base model that I like because it was like so cheap. Plus, with my discount code, it came out to like free almost.
Wait, so the sensor that like connects to your phone, I guess through Bluetooth or whatever, that's in the reel?
Yeah, it's chipped. It's chipped. It talks to your phone. It's like, it's insane. It gives you stats, cast length, all that stuff. And then last year they debuted it. This year they have the number 2 version, and it's better. Supposedly.
Yeah, me personally, I don't, I wouldn't care so much about like the cast this and stuff like that, but I always thought it would be cool. And maybe this does this or is going to do it in the future. But like, don't you think it would be cool if something just automatically kept your fishing stats as far as like the fish you're catching, even if it was just voice activated, where like you catch a smallmouth bass, right? And it automatically logs it into your program, whatever it is. And it's like time of day, weather, whatever. And then you say the rest, like you can measure it and just be like 20-inch smallmouth. And you say the lure that you're using, it like puts it in, like in static form on the, whatever the program is, and just keeps the stats of all your fishing catch. I thought that would be cool. And I'm not into technology, but that would be cool.
That would be awesome because it's a verbal log. If
Steve from Signal Evans watching this, he's gonna probably open that company. So.
But yeah, that would be great because then you don't have to like do handwritten logs or anything anymore. Can you imagine?
I tried, dude. I think we've all tried doing like written logs for a time, and I think a lot of us just stopped doing it. Like I stopped doing it completely, and I kind of just use social media. Like I use my look back on my posts on social media.
See, that's what I do too.
My memory.
I do that and always use the social media, but you jumble them so much to throw other people off that now I'm thrown off. Like I'm looking at the picture saying like, is this really when this was? Like, I don't know.
It's usually within a couple of weeks, but I have confused myself. I will admit. I know what you're talking about.
I do the same thing. I share memories. Then people are saying, yo, you went fishing today? I said, no, read the post.
So, Jen, let me ask you this. Just a general question, right?
Yeah.
And I know this probably doesn't happen that often, but let's say a company comes up to you that you've never done anything for, you don't know. They say, hey, we've got this new lure, like, check it out. Like take some for free, use them, like, post on social media about it. Like that's how they get advertising from just the cost of their products, handing it to you, right? And yes. A lot of companies do this, which is great. It's cool.
Yeah.
Let's say, and I'm assuming you have to have come across this at some point. You get handed something for free. Obviously, you take it, you use it. It's fucking terrible. It sucks. It doesn't work, whatever. Like, what do you do? Like, do you just ghost the people and just throw it in the garbage? Do you give it to like someone who's annoying you and you're just like, here's a free lure, like fuck off?
He gives it to me, bro.
I've you know what? That's come up so many times, and I'm not signing anything because you got to. A lot of these guys, they want you to sign.
Oh, really?
And nothing, unless they're talking, like dollars and like commitment. I say I'll try them, and if I, excuse me, if I like them, I'll post and I'll tag you and all that stuff. But most of the time, I won't sign anything. I said we'll talk after if I like it, if it works. Because you know what, I used to like push stuff that I really didn't like or it kind of didn't work. I don't do that anymore. When I was younger, I did that shit just to, try to be somebody. It works, because if it don't work, everybody's not going to be able. If I can't get it to work, then something's wrong. So I don't do that shit anymore.
Yeah, there's no amount of social media posting that's going to magically make something work better than it actually does.
But it is one of the biggest word of mouth advertising markets in the world. You don't see commercials for fishing lures on any channel other than, the specific niche outdoor channels. You find out about most of the stuff that you use from somebody that you saw using it or someone that told you about it. So they have no problem shelling this shit out, because this is how the stuff gets out. It's just how it's done. It's the way of the business. A Yeti cooler doesn't cost $300 because it's $300 to build. It costs $300 because they gave 20 away free to get you to buy one. It's advertising. I'm serious. I mean their Yeti coolers are so expensive because they gave so many of them away. Now the people that buy them have to make up for the money. But that's how it got out there, and every outdoor video you saw on Earth had a Yeti cooler in the background. Everyone had it, and it works. It's just the way the industry's driven. Outdoorsmen are suckers.
Yes.
Well, you know what? You're not wrong.
We're suckers. I'll see a thing for a headlamp and buy it, and it'll be a piece of shit, and it goes in a drawer, and that's it. But they still got my money. We'll buy anything.
I think you're a little bit more of a sucker than most with that
Unless
stuff.
Max says it's good. If Max tells me something is good, I don't buy it. That gets crossed off my list immediately, because everything Max says is fucking wrong every time. 100%.
Well, here, I'll tell you one thing, guys. I mean, there's some stuff that I promote, and I get nothing. I get nothing from these companies because I like the stuff. It works. There's a few things that I promote that I get nothing for.
I mean, all we gave you was a shirt, and you tell people we're awesome.
Yeah, that's true.
True. I mean, you guys are awesome. You guys are.
You think so? I appreciate that. I'm going to tear up in a second. Get emotional.
Now, you guys are nuts like me. Put it that way.
Oh yeah, we are.
That is true. As he drinks from a bobber mug.
I love the mug. Here's my mug.
Flat. That's a nice flounder mug.
Hey, you guys did good yesterday, huh?
Yeah, well, we already talked about it, so we don't want to repeat for everyone listening.
Yeah, we don't want to.
You're going to have to listen to the beginning of the episode before you. I know you're going to want to fast forward to where you come on so you could listen to yourself talk to us, but try watching before, because we go over the trip a little bit.
Oh, let me give a shout out to Yak Mods, Jen's son's company, Yak Mods.
Awesome.
I just got 3 of those foldable lure savers that go over your rod from Yak Mods, and they're awesome.
Yeah, I got to give you 2 or 3 more.
Yeah, some pretty cool stuff on there. Go on yakmods.com. That's Jen's kid, Sean Ocho. Some pretty cool shit on there, and it's fairly cheap too. It's like drop shit pricing.
Yes.
Jen, I want to thank you for taking your time to come on the NJ Multi-Species podcast. As usual, I have not fished.
Hold on. We got last time you let our guest go too early. He still wanted to talk fishing, and we got to bring Sweetwater Guide Service. We're going to bring him back on in the fall because Joe cut him off too early. He still wanted to talk more fishing, so we're going to bring him back on. So now the rule is no, I'm just making this rule.
I can't sit here all night.
Joe,
there's a limit to the show.
I'm not making you sit here all night. All right. We're making a rule. When you're ready, when we're ready, the time has come where the guest we're going to end the show or whatever. Ask the guest if there's anything else they want to talk about. That's it. That's
Jen,
that's the only rule I want to make.
Is there anything else that you want to talk about?
Well, we can't talk about the other stuff that I told Chris.
Now, what do you do if this asshole rambles on for 3 hours now? I'm not staying here.
You could use your judgment and cut him off at some point, but let's let him tell one story out from outside because this guy's freaking nuts. Dude, this guy goes down to ICAST.
I didn't cut anyone off early either in any episode. I never do. That's ridiculous.
All right.
I want to see if Joe's still not feeling totally well, and I want to see if I get him to sit here till he shits his pants. So, Jen,
I'm not going to do that. There's a much better chance I vomit all over the camera than you.
Better. That's good TV.
Oh, okay, then I get to see it.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine. I'm past that stage. I just want to go lay down.
All right, let Jen tell one story from outside of the ICAST. One good story. You got 4 minutes.
One big part of ICAST that I've come to kind of love are the after parties. Everybody has an after party at different nights through the whole week. And I'm believe me, I'm not going to say the wrong thing because I know, but I went to the one that's called Angler Fest, and it's put on by line cutters and a whole bunch of.
I like line cutters.
Yeah, you went to.
You're gonna like him more after this story.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, he's cool. He actually said he'd come on the podcast too. I gotta get him on here.
I asked him. He said he would do it.
I know. I talked to him.
We'll get everyone on. We'll get everyone on. Everyone can come on. I'm booked out till fucking September. Just give me a break here. We'll get everyone on.
All right. Well, it was like insanity. That's as far as I'm gonna go.
Was there naked girls?
Well, I'm not gonna say that.
All right. Was there topless girls?
All right. Let's change the subject.
Listen, you want to tell the story? Now we're in the story. You guys made me stay up to listen to the story, and now this is where it's ending. And a PG-13 here.
Well, here. I got to think about this.
Jen, just because you whisper,
we're not using anyone's
everyone
names.
Still hears you. He's whispering into the camera like only we'll hear him.
Jen, nobody in Florida watches this.
Yeah, I don't know where she's from. She was from one of the fishing.
Who's she?
But she had a cocktail dress on, right? And
all right, never mind.
Okay.
Listen, Jen, thank you for coming on the NJ Multi-Species podcast. I hope to fish with you very soon. Chris, say goodbye.
All right, Jen. I'll tell Joe the rest of the story after the podcast is over.
You could listen to this on the rest of Jen's OnlyFans channel.
Oh, yeah. Me and TNT are fishing the tournament this weekend. Remember I was telling you, Chris?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to fish, I think, Thursday, Friday. We're going to, wish us luck.
All right, yeah, man. Go get them and give us the reports as usual. And did you want to plug your rod, the rod company that you're working with?
Fishing FX. FishingFX.com. Check us out. We have 7 models. They're all affordable. They're $600 rods, priced to below $300. Same guarantee, industry guarantee. Japanese Toray carbon fiber blanks, pressed carbon handles, reel seats, micro-coated guides, microwave guides, and nano-coated inserts. The kind of stuff they put on like diamond drill bits.
And These are basically, you're telling me a little bit more about these rods, but they're basically, you're getting, if you had someone make you a custom rod for what that would cost, you're getting basically that type of a rod quality, but you're paying closer to like a, I don't know what you want to call it, not a bargain price, but like a big company like that shells out multiple rods of the same. These are more of a custom type of feel to them, and that's basically the gist of it, right?
Absolutely. The guides are manufactured for us. They are on no other rods. They're only on our rods. Those guides are on our rods only. They could buy the same blanks. They could get the real seats, but they can't do the combination. Those rods are like $600. We're way below. We're half, and it's for everybody. We got rid of all the fancy stuff that you don't need. Like a lot of these rods, they got all this carbon fiber dressing. None of that stuff is functional. It's just a good rod, a light rod. You guys felt the ones I had, right? The prototypes.
Yeah, you didn't let me catch a fish on it, but you let me touch it.
Well, I let you touch it, but that's about it.
But cut him right there.
Yeah, cut it. That's it. Cut him.
Okay.
Jen, we want Crazy Alberto 9. You got to get him for us.
We'll see about that.
Dude, that dude's like out swimming in the middle of the ocean catching fish without a boat. He's like, he doesn't believe in boats. Yeah. What the hell's up with that guy? He's nuts.
We got to get him on here somehow.
That's why they're going crazy.
He is crazy. Jen, thank you so much.
Can you just hold the phone near him while he's doing some crazy shit and we could talk to him?
That's true, Jen. Just go by him.
We'll see what happens.
All right. I'll take you out to dinner if you do that.
See you guys.
I'll see you. Goodbye, Jen.
Keep suffering for those fish, Jen.
Suffer for the fish.
Get it.
If you're just seeing this, for today's Friday, tomorrow's August 3rd. That means it's Kevin's tournament on Lake Parsippany. You could still enter that if you reach out to Kevin, Glenn, or Tim. That's going to be a multi-species contest for bass, carp, and catfish. An afternoon from like, I think, 3 p.m. to 8, just for fun. Whatever.
What is this? When is this?
This is next Saturday. They're having like an end of the year multi-species tournament on Lake Parsippany, like 3 different species.
What's
carp,
that?
catfish, and bass.
August 3rd?
Yeah.
You going?
Probably. I might, yeah.
Really? All right, I'm not.
Okay. I had to say something else, but I forgot what it was, and that's it. I'm done. Oh, NJFishing.com. Of course, always remember to go and check out NJFishing. Oh, that's what I had to say. All right, NJFishing.com just totally reminded me of it. NJFishing.com, 27 years is the #1 source in freshwater and saltwater information here in New Jersey. Absolutely 100% free to sign up. Gives you the access to the message board. Saltwater and fresh are kept separate. You just have to reach out to Jerry and get a username. It costs nothing. But the troll of the year with this fake tuna fish. I forgot to even bring this up. That was unbelievable. I have to say bravo to that guy. It made the Asbury Park Press. We played along with the prank. The guy gave me full rights and whatever to the video the night before, so I knew that we were going to post it that morning. Fisherman Magazine had already posted it, kind of like with the headline, "Is this real or not?" I just kind of posted it like it was real because I just wanted to feed into the flame, which it did. It made it all the way to the Asbury Park Press. I don't even still know how it was exactly orchestrated, if that was a mount or a real fish. I think it was a mount.
No, he explained it all. It was a mount. And I was going to say, mount, right? Yeah, okay. I want the guy who made that mount. I want him to come on. Like, that was a good mount. Look at all the people it fooled.
Kennedy's mounts.
Was it?
No, who knows? I didn't even know it was a mount. The video with the fish in the boat, it looked like a mount, but the one with him holding it by the tail looked like a real fish. And then what was really cool was, like, he posted the apology on Facebook that it was a goof, and then like went out and caught a real fish and posted it like, here's a real one. So yeah, bravo to him.
No one's gonna believe him now. It's like the boy who cried wolf.
Well, whatever. No one cares. All the people online posting that it went too far and it's just ridiculous. Just come on. I mean, fishermen are some of the biggest bowl breakers on the planet Earth. The guy didn't break a record. He didn't win a tournament. He didn't do anything other than post onto idiot social media. Just for fun. That's it. Harmless.
And I don't think there was some guys were saying like, oh, he lied to the newspaper. I don't actually think he did. I think the newspaper just kind of saw the social media post and ran with it without getting the story.
It's just a harmless prank that ran for 2 days, and then he admitted to it. Like I said, he didn't cheat to win money. He didn't achieve anything other than making people laugh.
Yeah,
if you're getting bent out of shape over it, you're just, I don't know what's happened in this country anymore with people. Just like,
dude, people are,
fishermen are the worst. The worst
like,
ball breakers on earth are fishermen. If you don't even hunters aren't that bad. If you can't handle ball breaking, fishing is not the field to be in because it's horrifying.
Oh, well, unless you want to fish by yourself, just go fishing by yourself and don't try don't try to network with any other fishermen because I mean it's part of the game.
I say bravo to him. Fantastic troll. He took the time and effort. It was funny and that's it. Funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious, dude. I mean, these guys are still trying to like, they're coming at us off that post. I left it up there purposely. It's staying up there.
What
you
post?
got guys still on there. Going, you guys should be ashamed for posting this. This is not true. It's a fake story. I'm not a fucking journalist. Do I look like CNN or Fox News? I don't give a rat's ass. Maybe everything I post is fake. Maybe I've never caught a fish in my life. I don't give a shit. It's social media. We're talking social media. It's a fucking giant joke.
Yeah, this is all just an illusion. It's horrifying. All right, so we'll be back next week for our last episode before we go on vacation and let Max and Kevin put us out of business.
Is that we got one more?
We got one more, right? August 2nd.
All right, August, yeah. Well, yeah, we're recording August 5th, and we've got Kyle Thomas coming on.
Thomas from the RVTA, and the next two episodes after that will be Max and Kevin taking over the podcast for 2 shows. It's extremely hilarious because Max is absolutely freaking out. Kevin's just screenshotting all his text messages and sending them directly to me.
Oof.
Max is freaking. He's just it's funny too because Max is always in there in the group chat with like the biggest mouth of all this shit. Like, oh, to do this, we should do that. We should do. Now he has his chance with the microphone. I'm freaking out. He's crying.
Anything that we do, he always has a better idea. Oh, we should have done this. Let's do this next time. So, I mean, basically, we're handing it over to them. I mean,
and I'm looking very forward to while I'm on vacation on the beach in Wildwood on Friday at noon, tuning in to the NJ Multi-Species podcast and watching Max fall apart. That's my plan.
Are we? If this is absolutely terrible, like, what are we going to do? There's no way.
I've already alerted all the sponsors that these 2 episodes are free, completely no charge. So even if they're great episodes, the sponsors are going to get. The only thing that could possibly go wrong is they have a great show that gets more views than ours. Then I don't know what to do. Like,
well, I know for 100% they're gonna be calling every single person they know, right? And they're gonna say, please click on this, save it, send it to your friends. Like, they're gonna, whether it's good or not, they're gonna, if it's terrible, they're still gonna try to create the illusion of it being, oh, look, it's got more views than this.
Like a clicking army that's just gonna. Max's mother is gonna watch the episode 1,700 times.
And Kevin is not above like paying a couple $100 to some company out in the Philippines to like hire an army of
there's
children
nothing.
to click on this over and
there's
over again.
nothing Kevin would do would surprise me. So yeah, he could do anything.
He's capable of anything for sure.
He is capable of anything. All right, so we'll be back next week with our last episode before vacation. That's it.
You want me to do it?
Yeah, you better do it.
Guys, keep on suffering for those fish and suffer through those 2 episodes with Max and Kevin. And I'll remind you again next episode.